So look, I understand that we're frustrated in Cowboy land, and we justifiably should be frustrated. There are people in YouTube spaces, the Twitter spaces, Facebook, that want to spread this idea that the Cowboys are just fine, the ideology of Stephen Jones and, what he does to conduct business is good for the Cowboys organization. But, think about it this way. The biggest contract that we have signed in terms of like outside free agents, I'm not talking about like homegrown talent because they view that differently, was Brandon Carr. Brandon Carr had $10 million guaranteed. Don't let that 5-year, $50 million price tag fool. He was guaranteed $10 million, which was a steal of a contract. And after that situation, the Cowboys have not spent anything more. Here's a fun fact, and I want to give a shout out to BJ Nix of the Star Gang podcast and that group, because when he said this, it really put things into perspective, because I really didn't look at it until I saw the numbers. For Von Miller's deal, I want you to think about it. So Von Miller signed with the Bills. It was 6 years, $120 million, something. I forget how much was guaranteed. It was like 50 something, I think, or it was like $52 million guaranteed or something. I don't remember. It was a really high number. The Dallas Cowboys, if I remember correctly, have now spent almost, in the last 10 years, I think somewhere between $15 to $25 million in guaranteed money from outside free agents. In the last 10 years. That's not a winning formula. And the fact is like you can go out and get guys. Like, it's just they're not trying. Like, you need to be more proactive. And this is where I want to stress to these, and I use the term Cowboy because Stephen Jones has not earned the right for me to call him by his government name on a serious basis. They're the Cowboy apologists and the propagandists that want to be like, well, last year we signed all these guys and it worked before. I don't understand why everybody's freaking out. The reason why we're fucking pissed is because they're not doing anything. They're not trying to re-sign these guys that were key contributors. They're not trying to sign all these people out there that could come in and help. They're running this thing like a business rather than a fucking football team. And that's where I'm getting upset. The fact that we are in a situation to where the Dallas Cowboys have not signed any outside free agents as of this recording, and and the guys that you brought back, this is the part that pisses me off, right? The people that want to be like, I don't understand why anyone's mad that Grandy... I had somebody tweet at me, be like, oh, well, Space Cowboy, I don't understand why you're upset that they let go of Randy Gregory. He had all these penalties, and, he only had 6 sacks, and people were liking it. Here's the thing. I'm not mad that we lost the player. Well, I'm mad that how it was done, because they were trying to keep him. But, more importantly, answer me this and riddle me this. What in the flying fuck have the Dallas Cowboys done to mitigate that issue? Who have they signed to replace Randy Gregory? What, Dorrance fucking Armstrong? The guy that we haven't seen on a full-time regular basis to understand where we're at? Get the fuck out of here. You're signing your 3rd to 4th best edge rusher to try and be your starter? Fuck that shit. And I'm not trying to blame Dorrance for getting his money. I'm not upset with him getting his money. My problem is stop trying to justify what the Joneses do because you're scared. I'm so fucking done with this shit. Where people are on YouTube, they're on Twitter, they're trying to justify everything that the Joneses are doing. In fact, they're trying to just cope with the fact they don't do anything and act like it's all hunky-dory, peachy, and everything. Bullshit. Stop that shit. Oh, hey, at least we'll be able to win the NFC East. Fuck that shit. We want to win a Super Bowl, and I'm done with dealing with ignorant fucks that want to do this shit. Yes, I'm being a lot more vulgar, and I'm a lot more pissed than I usually am, but it's because I'm not dealing with this crap anymore, and I'm not tolerating it. I hate tolerating ignorance like this at a high level. Stop trying to feed people bullshit. I don't care if you want to tag someone that fuck, I don't care. I really don't care. I've lost the will to legitimately give a fuck about any form of that. So if you want to try and come on here and be like, well, you know, I don't understand why Cowboys fans are overreacting, you know. They'll sign some guys, we'll go draft some guys, and we'll be all good for 2022. What, to just win the division and, like, be a first or second round exit? No one gives a shit about that. The Cowboys purposefully got worse, and they didn't do a good job at trading any assets, and you want to just, like, be Mr. Jason Garrett and Clapboy all over again? Fuck that. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. You know, like, I don't know what to tell anybody, but listen, I'm just done with this in the sense of I'm not going to put as much effort into this, because if the Cowboys don't want to love us back, you know, I love the Cowboys. I want them to succeed. But if they don't love me back, why should I put my effort into making these high-end videos, all this editing and shit? I'm not even going to bother trying. I'm just going to say my thoughts and let it be, people. And so, you know, whether you want to say that I'm being unhinged, whether you want to say I'm being too over the top, look, I could care less. The fact is, I'm passionate about this team. If we want to go down the route of this, you know, oh, we're just not going to sign anybody, you know, and I try to be as level-headed as possible, but, like, we got to be real with ourselves. Like, this is not a winning set of, like, you know, decisions that we're doing. Like, at least try. At least try. The Cowboys aren't even trying. So, look, you know, I don't want to go on and on and on about this, but listen, I don't want people to get the wrong impression on what is going on. The Cowboys are not trying. They have not tried, and they want to act like they're saving up for some big spending spree, which they're not. They have the 6th most cap space. There were teams that outspent the shit out of them, and they, like, you had the Saints clear all that fucking cap space, and no one cares. The cap is real, but it's so fluid that it's basically fake. This is unbelievable. You know, I'm really at the point where if I'm Dak Prescott, I'm requesting a trade. Because you know what? If they're going to try and put me in this situation to lose, fuck that shit. I'm just going to go elsewhere. And that's just like, that's the honest to God truth. I wouldn't be shocked if Dak's not on this team in 3 years because he could see through this bullshit. There, you know, and I want to speak on this once I get more evidence of this, because there's a portion where I feel like the Cowboys are really trying to sabotage themselves, and I'm going to go back to that 2018's offseason, but I want to wait on that. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you could, leave a like, subscribe if you want to. I could care less, but have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.